Hello Virgo, welcome to your reading for mid-January. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. Alright, the cards are being a little stubborn today. Now I'm pulling 3 oracles for you and I will flip them over as and when I'm pulling your tarot for those columns. I'm going to be looking at sources of abundance, sources of love and any silver linings that we can look forward to. Alrighty, let's see. Sources of abundance for Virgo. Nice. The Page of Pentacles, the Six of Swords and the Page of Cups. Interesting. We have the Devil with the Emperor and the Two of Swords at the bottom. The Devil has been showing up a lot, and earlier it was a little mystifying and irritating, but then I realized that, well, a lot of planets have just moved on from Capricorn into Aquarius. This is Capricorn energy. So the Earths in our charts are going to be targeted at this time. So with the Page of Pentacles as well, I feel like there's a beginner's spirit. We have New Moon in Cancer, which says relax. And I feel like Virgo, sorry I'm jumping around so much, there's just so much in my head. I feel like this card has been showing up for you, or at least this energy has been showing up for you a lot about delegating. With this Capricorn energy, now Capricorn is represented by the sea goat, the mountain goat, right? Someone who does not relax, someone who's constantly trying to climb the ladder. For some of you, I am just simply getting delegate to interns or to people who are still training because they need to learn more than you do. I'm simply getting that. For the others, I'm getting, if you feel like you're in this beginner spirit, if you're feeling less than, if you're feeling like you haven't learned enough or trained enough to, well, reach that emperor status, right? Don't beat yourself up. Relax. You need to take it easy because a lot of planets have been retrograding. I think February onwards, all planets will be direct for at least 3 months. So that is going to give you the boost that you need to accomplish your goals and your dreams. Till then, get out of your head. Okay, 2 pages right here. This could be you feeling like you're not good enough. The Seven of Cups. I feel like you have too much on your plate, Virgo. Your energy is scattered into too many different things, and it's also possible that you're putting your eggs in way too many baskets. We have the Three of Wands and the Six of Swords again. Can't make this up. I feel like with the Three of Wands, there is something that you are focused on. There's something that you want to achieve, but there's a sense of restlessness here. I need one more for this. The World. Victory will come in, all right? That acknowledgement and that almost gratification will come in. But I almost want you to not try and escape this. We have the Devil again with the Four of Pentacles, the High Priestess and the Ten of Pentacles. I'm getting a whole lot of irritability here. I don't know why. I feel like you're in your head a lot, and because you're not seeing results, you may just give up on something before it's time to give up on it. The Two of Wands with the Page of Cups. You have your sights on something, you do, and Judgment. But again, there is impatience. Now, Judgment can also be a card of divine timing. It is something that the universe needs to well do in order to make you happy, but in its own sweet time. This is not going to be on your timeline. All right. I almost feel like, oh, the Hierophant again with the King of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. The Hierophant talks about, well, initiation, apprenticeship, and mastery. Okay, this is a step-by-step process. This is not something that is going to make you an intern and then a CEO the next day. You know, this is an initiation, then there's an apprenticeship, and then there's a mastery, right? So whatever this is that you have your eyes set on, if you feel like it isn't coming about as quickly as you'd like, I would get out of your head. Because the Devil can put unnecessary pressure on us. You see that black box right here. That black box is very Saturnian. Saturn can put us in that metaphorical box and it can put unnecessary pressure on us. Some of us can call it discipline, okay, but it is not discipline, it is pressure. There needs to be, you're a mutable sign, you're a mutable earth sign, Virgo. You need to embrace that. You need to relax a little bit, let go of control, and let the pieces fall where they may. I feel like you're working harder and not smarter. There's something about an elevation that needs to happen here, but I feel like you're bending over backwards to make it happen, and that's why you're not seeing results. Whatever this is needs to be a little more effortless. Does that make sense? Okay, let's see. Sources of love for you. We have no place like home. How beautiful. You have a lot of Cancer energy with Cancer here, and that's a Cancer card as well. So you may be dealing with a Cancer, like I said, or have it heavily in your chart. But Ace of Swords, this is about building a home with someone, building stability with someone, and that being your truth. Oh, the devil needs to stop showing up. I'm so sick of seeing it. And it's always showing up in this row, the Wheel of Fortune. There is an unearthing of toxic patterns right here. Yeah. There's an authenticity that wants to come about once that blindfold is taken off. Now, this pressure and the Saturnian box that I've been talking about has bled into love as well for you. And not only are you putting pressure on yourself when it comes to your career, you are putting pressure on yourself to, some of you may be pushing yourself to get married, or why am I still single? I need to be in a relationship by now. You know what I mean? There is a struggle right here. But I'm going to clarify, but with the Wheel of Fortune, again, this is divine timing. This is not something that you can control. This is something that the universe is orchestrating for you. We have the Eight of Cups, and it's funny how I was telling Leo that they shouldn't change their definition of their happily ever after based on somebody else's. Okay? Don't walk away from your truth. If you feel like there is instability coming about when it comes to a relationship, if there's codependency, you need to walk away from that and embrace your own authenticity. Page of Swords. For some of you, if there's a separation, this person, whoever this is, has their eye on you. That's for sure. And they're stuck in their head. There's an epiphany. There's a realization. Not just on your end about walking away from this because it is toxic, but on their end as well. Them realizing that the energy they were bringing to the table was less than. Most definitely. And it kept both of you stuck in your heads. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? The King of Wands and Strength. There is a shift here. There is a shift from conditional to unconditional love. That is what the Strength card is. Bottom of the deck, Four of Wands and the King of Pentacles, with the Four of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. If this person was coming about as wishy-washy, if they were coming about all action and passion and no emotion, that is going to change. There's stability and groundedness coming about. With the Four of Wands right here, this is the 1111 card. And whenever I see the Devil and the Four of Wands, I always think of soul ties and karmic contracts. So it is possible that you have a lesson that needs to be learned with this person, a lesson that's carried forward from a previous lifetime. But whatever this is, there's a realization about how this person has been coming about incorrectly. And I see a course correction. Most definitely. With the King of Wands, I feel like there's a whole lot of attraction here. But with the Strength card, there is a training of the beast. A training of the beast, literally. And that can only come about once you don't betray yourself, right? Understand what your home is. What is your definition of that home, right? All right, your silver lining. We have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Can't be clearer than this. Now, it's funny how we have the Emperor, which is a number 4. Whenever I see this, I think of permanence and stability. I think of, well, the 4 boundaries or the walls of a home. I see the 4 seasons, the 4 cardinal directions, everything that is permanent, right? Till you draw these boundaries, you will not, well, receive what it is that you want. You will not receive that definition of a happily ever after. Once those boundaries are built, and once you set your sights on someone who is highly evolved and mature, that is when it's going to start manifesting for you. 8 of Swords again. You're stuck in your head a lot for the next 2 weeks, Virgo. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. There's a sense of having to, with boundaries, there's a sense of removing people from your life who keep you stuck in your head, Virgo. 9 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, the 10 of Cups. And I always say 9s in the tarot are, well, the apex. They are the benchmark. The 10th is always given to you by the universe. So set your sights on what it is that you actually want and stop wasting your energy on people, places, and situations that leave you drained. Because you see, with the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like some of you may have invested in the wrong people. It is definitely possible. The Sun. There is happiness to be found here, but the only way you will receive that happiness is if you put on a filtration system. You know how when you're shopping, if you don't put a filter, you'll get 10,000 results, right? But the minute you put in the color that you want, the style that you want, it'll narrow it down to about 100 that you can pick from. A filtration system needs to be put into place about what can truly bring you joy. Now, we have the Page of Cups here, which is reminding me of this particular blob. The Page of Cups is an apology. It is an offer of love, but a very small offer of love. So I feel like someone realizes that they put you in your head and they put you in this position of overthinking and just being extremely uncomfortable and uneasy because they see your worth. There's no gender in tarot, but again, we have the Emperor and the Empress. That's a divine match. Someone realizes the true potential of this relationship and they are realizing that they have completely effed this up. So whatever this, I dropped a card, whatever this apology is, I feel like it's going to be really small. It's going to be a small message which is going to evolve into a whole lot more. And we have the 10 of Wands. Someone realizes that you were doing all the work, you were putting in all the investment. 9 of Swords, the Death card, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, someone realizes that they put you in your head. And they want to come in and not just express themselves, but help relieve those burdens. Question is this realization coming in too late? Or is there still time to salvage this? The only way this person is going to see your worth, Virgo, is once you build those boundaries. Otherwise, they'll just keep taking you for granted. Walk away if this doesn't suit you right now. And I always say this, we did have the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom and with no place like home. I always say this, sometimes when we love someone, we make the mistake of building a home in them. Okay? Once we do that, it gives them a chance to render us homeless. So let's not do that. Let's build a home within ourselves because we will never betray ourselves. You know? Now we have Pisces and Leo. So you could have these heavily in your chart. You could be dealing with someone who doesn't have to be. We have peace. And again, peace is priority. With relax, I feel like your mind is all over the place, not just when it comes to love, but when it comes to career as well. And I feel like you need to breathe. Mercury is your ruler and it has been retrograding, and that can be exceptionally difficult. So just take your time, let these planets come back online properly, let them get out of shadow, and I feel like things will start moving the way you want them to. We have hope and we have fearless. So I feel like you're not giving up hope, but at the same time with fearless, you are not afraid to build those boundaries like we've been talking about. So I'm almost getting that your heart is open, but you're not wearing it on your sleeve. You're not being vulnerable. You know, you have that love to give, you have the capacity to receive it, but at the same time, you're not letting anyone take you for granted. All right. That was it, Virgo. I hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.